Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial with myself, Nathan Hawthorne. Today we're going to talk about tools and shortcuts and how we can speed up our process by simply changing some of the shortcuts to be more accessible and therefore speed up our ability to learn and to work in Photoshop. Working in Photoshop does not need to be hard, but we can make things more difficult to us by leaving things as they are in their default and therefore not really optimizing things to work for us. So hopefully by following these instructions you'll be able to adjust your shortcuts and therefore speed up your workflow and therefore improve and create work and in the end earn money at a faster rate. So the first thing you'll need to do is go to edit and then down to keyboard shortcuts. Okay, when you do that, this menu will pop up. Now in this menu, you'll find here where it says shortcuts for, there'll be an option for tools, application menus, panel menus, and task spaces. Most of the time when you do shortcuts, most of them will be for tools. Now a lot of them are here already and already have assigned shortcuts, and you may be using those already and have no problem with them. But there are certain tools which do not have shortcuts which you might find useful. One of the tools which I find does not have a shortcut or one that's easily usable is the smudge tool, and this is something which is quite important to those who create digital art using Photoshop. We use the smudge tool a lot. It does a lot in terms of blending and in terms of warping and messing around with our pieces. So what I would do here you see I've got it actually assigned to K. It originally wasn't assigned to anything at all for me, but all you have to do is just click on the current shortcut, so you can see that it's in the shortcut column. You click on that and you change it to whatever you want it to be. Now as you can see, I've entered it as H and this X has come up, and the reason for that is that it's already been used as a shortcut for something else. So I would have to go and find what that is and change that, either leaving it as nothing or changing it to something else. So I'm going to change that back to K because I know that's available. At first K wasn't available, it was set to something else, but I don't use that tool so I removed it. So it's all about optimizing it to suit your needs. If you don't need something, then you don't really need the shortcut for it. Change it if you don't need it. You can also change things or shortcut actual actions as well. So say for example, if I was to go to application menu, you'll find here that you have file, edit, image. So all these ones are across the top bar, your basic menu options. Now here, you can change these things as well. So this is opening things, closing stuff, your typical copy and paste, all of that can be modified here as well. You can also switch this back to how it was when you first got it by just going up to here to set and clicking Photoshop defaults. Okay, so you can change it like that. There's also options to switch back to legacy shortcuts. So one thing that you might find is that things have changed recently. For example, our undo isn't the same as it used to be. Before, undo and step back had different roles, which are different now. So you can actually switch back to that using the legacy shortcuts, but we won't go into that today. Just learn what we're using at the moment. Now at the top, if you switch across to menus, you'll find that we also have the option with the menu up here to actually remove stuff that we're not going to use at all. We can make it disappear. So if I'm never going to use open recent, then I can make that disappear from my menu. I don't need to look at that anymore. It doesn't need to distract me. I can't accidentally click it and stuff like that. So it's all about personalizing Photoshop as much as possible to suit you, so that you can work at your best at any one point in time. Okay, so hopefully you found that useful, and hopefully you're able to change your Photoshop presets and your shortcuts to be exactly what you want so that you can make the most out of it. And yeah, if you want more tips and tricks on how to use Photoshop, please feel free to ask for a specific question in the comments, and make sure to subscribe because I will be releasing these every now and then, as I have been for the last few months. Okay, and that's all. Thank you for listening. Click any of these videos that are playing on screen now if you find them interesting, and until next time.